we're waiting for one other person to arrive. We do want to give you an update on what I call the Marvelous 13, the children that have been impacted, that have actually changed many of our lives. And we're just going to give you a brief update on that. As well, I wanted to make sure that people knew that if you ever have questions or you want to know a little bit more about what is going on, you can outreach to our chamber. Our staff has been absolutely fabulous. In addition, our sponsor today is the Riverside University Health System, and their foundation is setting up a trust for all 13 kids, and you're going to hear a little bit more about that in a minute. But someone had asked me the other day about why Corona does this and what the chamber is involved with on this. And I shared briefly that, years ago we were the lemon capital of America. And we constantly take lemons and make lemonade out of every situation possible. And when Corona Regional Medical Center, when we found out that 7 of the children were over at our local hospital, we just knew that we needed to step up and do something. So in coordination with our executive partner and a great business partner, we decided to go ahead and get involved. I will be honest, it has grown. It has become a lot bigger than I anticipated. I think it really hit home yesterday, though, when a gentleman, and I don't like judging a book by its cover, but a gentleman, not dressed real well, cornered me as I was walking into the chamber, and he says, "Are you Bobby with the chamber?" And I said, "Yes." And he says, "I got something for you." He reaches in his pocket and pulls out $2.38. I said, "Let me take you on over. The Pancake House is just next door, and you guys know that's my remote office." And I wanted to buy him lunch and sit down. He said, No. He gave me $2.38, and that was probably all the money he had. But his comment to me is he wanted the kids to know people in the world love them and are thinking of them. This truly has impacted many, many lives. So today we're going to actually, similar to religious organizations, we're going to kind of pass a basket around and ask if you feel compelled to write a check to the Chamber Foundation. If you want to put cash in, we would like to have you put your business card or give us your information. Every donation we're getting on our website, we're asking for different things, like what your name is and your address, so that we can send a thank you note. In addition, I failed that gentleman for the $2.38. I was so taken back, I don't even know his name. And I surely didn't get an address. I don't even know if he has an address. But we would like to acknowledge all the people that do give. So, Aaron, could I get you? I'm going to introduce Aaron, and this is a little bit out of order. Aaron is actually the executive director for the foundation for the Riverside University Health System Foundation. They have 6 of the children over at their hospital. Keep in mind, we are not going to divulge anything here that should not be divulged, but I just want you to understand, these people signed up to be in healthcare, but they didn't sign up to be in what they're doing and going through right now. It's very emotional. It's changing their lives. It's changing many people's lives.
It's a difficult time, and it's a difficult topic. It's difficult for us to imagine that this can happen in our own backyard, in our own community. And sadly, we know at Riverside University Health System, we have our Child Assessment Center where we assess child abuse and neglect on a daily basis. We serve more than 1,600 children in the last year. We know that this happens on a regular basis. So what's horrific about this story is the volume and the torture, what we're now publicly calling torture. It's terrible what all of these victims have endured. And so over the last number of days, since they were rescued on the 14th, our partners and at the hospital, we've received so many calls, thousands of calls literally from all over the world, of folks wanting to do something because you feel helpless in circumstances like these. You feel like you can't undo what's been done, and you almost have to do something to reconcile your world again. And so Riverside University Health System Foundation, we just wanted to make a conduit. We wanted to open up the doors so that folks could give. And so we've established this fund. It's live now. You can find it on our website. It does support all 13 children. And while we're going to take care of their immediate needs, we are going to use the funds that are collected to establish a trust that will help with their long-term needs. What we know about cases like this is that long-term exposure to this kind of treatment, to lack of nutrition, to the kinds of neglect that they've experienced, creates long-term residual effects. And so you can expect that they'll have medical bills, behavioral health support, educational support. All of those things will be needed in the future. And we know people, we're all rooting for these kids. We've received calls and emails that absolutely have brought me to tears. Folks who just want to help, who are rallying. Folks like this gentleman who said, please tell them we love them. And so we want to make that available, and we want everyone to know that these funds will be used for the long-term needs of the kids. I'm sorry, all of the victims, all 13 children and young adults, long into their life as they adjust again. So I'd be happy to answer any questions, or we're here to be of service, really, truly. And I do have to commend the Corona community, the way that you come together, the way that you stepped out right away. It's just amazing to see the kind of care and compassion that residents here in the community are responding to perfect strangers. But we know as people, we're all connected. We are community, and it's truly heartbreaking what's taken place. So thank you for the opportunity to share this morning.
When I outreached to Aaron originally and said, how can we do something for the kids over there? A little different process. What they're going to do is actually go out and do the shopping that's necessary, but we have pajamas for the kids. Keep in mind, these kids had nothing. And every single day now they will have pajamas that they can change into, and the hospital's working on the taking care of, like for cleaning and washing those and whatnot. But you can see on the screens just a small example. We've had probably 5 different deliveries up to the hospital. So that list that was on our website, it's all been crossed through because truly we have accomplished those needs. Now, that doesn't stop there because, as Aaron shared, there will be tremendously more financial needs. If you can just imagine when these kids get done, and I'm not even sure what's going to happen with the older kids, because I know in foster care at 18 they're kind of booted out of the system. I don't know who's going to buy groceries for them or how they're going to have monies and funds for that. So that's why we need to continue to raise money and the trust fund that Erin and her organization is putting together. So we ask that you continue to give, and I know the basket's going around right now, so thank you very much. But Erin, I'm going to have Don Garling present this to you on behalf of the Chamber on the community. And I want to clarify, the community is much more than the community physically here in Corona, California. It's more than the county of Riverside. It's more than the state of California, and now more than the United States. I have someone from Scotland that emailed me that I'm communicating with. This is a worldwide outreach. And this small check that we're going to give to you is the beginning of something that you can go and maybe purchase undergarments, pajamas, whatever it may be, and it is for $1,500. Ladies and gentlemen, if you could please give a round of applause to the CEO for Corona Regional Medical Center, Mr. Mark Uffer, and he will provide a short 2 to 3 minute dissertation on what is going on. I told you yesterday, if you lived in Corona, it would be 10 minutes to get here. That's true. Okay? So all the realtors were looking for horse property. The originally 3,000 square foot, I found out, was not for the house. It is for the barn. And he personally... Okay, thank you.
I have no idea what I'm supposed to talk about. I just got off the freeway. There's a little accident coming in on the, I think it's a 91. You just close your eyes and drive. Anyway, first of all, I'd like to thank the Chamber for stepping up and helping us with our guests. And as I was driving in and thinking about what I was going to say this morning, I think I want to talk about the staff at Corona Regional and what it means to them, because that seems to be the focus. Is how are we dealing with our guests? And you know, the chamber obviously has stepped up. We're a little overwhelmed by the boxes and bags of clothes and financial support that's coming in to help our guests. The nurses, we have one physician that's been assigned to work with our patients. Obviously, we can't talk about the patients too much because HIPAA, privacy laws. So our focus has really been on protecting their privacy, protecting their dignity, and trying to get them to a better place. And as I was walking in, I was thinking, what am I going to say? We're all sitting here eating breakfast in nice clothes, in beautiful surroundings with people that actually like us. They haven't experienced that. And so for all the people that are supporting them, not only the people at Riverside University Health System who are taking care of the children, but the people at Corona Regional who are taking care of the adults. We have five females and 2 males. I probably spend a couple hours a day with them. CEOs don't normally do that, but you become quite attached because you want to do something good for somebody. And I talk to the nurses, and you know, nurses, we get overwhelmed. It's flu season, right? Anybody got it? Stay away. No, the flu season, you know, we're overwhelmed. Every hospital system is overwhelmed right now with patients that have the flu. And you get focused. You just get volumes and volumes of people, and it becomes very mechanical. It's one patient, one patient, one patient after another, after another, after another. At the end of the day, you're exhausted. Actually, this gives us an opportunity to do something that, like our nurses, they got into this business to be nurses and actually do good. And what I tell them is they're doing God's work now. So it's very important. We're very proud of what we've been able to do for our guests. We hope that life gets better for them. And I'd like to thank all of you who've stepped up to help us, and for Bobby, who's always there for us. You're doing God's work every day. Thank you so very much.